Hi everyone. Today we will be discussing the differences between SAP ASAP methodology and SAP Activate methodology. For those who are new to these terms, SAP ASAP methodology was a methodology which SAP used earlier for SAP implementation projects in SAP R3 or SAP ECC projects. And now SAP has come up with a new project implementation methodology, which is called as SAP Activate, which is predominantly used for HANA and other latest products, project implementations. So let us look into the details. Now, for beginners, ASAP had these phases, which is preparation, blueprint, realization, final prep, go live, and operate. Whereas Activate has discover, prepare, explore, realization, deploy, and run. Those who are planning to give SAP Activate Project Manager certification, then we have DPERDR, which is a short form to remember these phases, and this becomes a part of your certification questions. And there are 4 core phases in Activate, which is prepare, explore, realization, and deploy. Now, as far as differences are concerned, ASAP was designed only for on-premise implementation projects, whereas Activate is designed for on-premise, cloud, and system conversion projects. As far as ASAP was concerned, earlier SAP used to provide premium services, which are obviously paid services, so that the SAP customers or implementation partners could contact SAP if they had any doubts while implementing any particular project, and they used to get assistance from SAP employees or SAP team, and this used to expedite their project execution. Whereas in case of ASAP, they have something which is known as SAP Max Attention Team. Again, it's a paid service and you should decide whether to opt for it or not. Obviously, these services are premium and they come at a charge. However, they help you for your project, smooth execution of the project. Typically for the new technology projects, people do opt for this max attention facility. Now next comes the approach which was used in ASAP was a waterfall approach, because in past most of the development projects of huge size used to use this waterfall approach, wherein you complete the work which is related to a particular phase in one phase, and then you get a sign off and then proceed ahead to the next phase. And there are a few other details as well, but this was what was primarily expected in a waterfall approach. Now in case of Activate, it implements agile methodology, and when we say agile methodology, it just doesn't mean that you will have a agile team and you will have sprints and user stories and backlog and other things. There are a few other best practices as well from the agile concept, which SAP has implemented in Activate methodology, and we will look into it in more detail. Now, first, let's understand this term technical depth, which is one of the core concepts of the agile methodology. Now, what is a technical depth? It is basically what the leftover work which you were supposed to do in a particular phase or deliver it to the customer and you have not delivered it. And it can be categorized into 4 quadrants. First is you don't have time for design. Basically, you run out of time to design what you are supposed to design or deliver to the customer. The next one is you must ship it now, and then you will deal with it later on. Many a times the team just says that, okay, now we have a shortcut, let's implement it, and later on in the next phase, or might be after go live, we will take care of it when it comes as a defect, go live defect or something like that. The third quadrant is what is layering, because in this case you don't know what is actually layering up and what you are supposed to deliver to the customer. And the fourth last quadrant is, now we know how it should be done. Let's assume a functionality which you were supposed to deliver and you were not aware how it needs to be done, and at some point down the line in the project you realize that, okay, these were the things which you were supposed to use to deliver this functionality, and you have not done it. It might cause performance issues, or might result into some other defects, or it might not deliver the thing which you are supposed to deliver it to the customer. Now this all forms technical debt. Into what is yield and cumulative yield before we move ahead into more details. Now, yield and cumulative yield are two Lean Six Sigma terms, and it is something related to technical depth. Now, let us understand what is the yield first. The percentage of process free, yield is nothing but the percentage of process which is free of defects. Assume you were supposed to deliver 100 functionalities or 100 deliverables to the customer, out of which you have delivered 90 defect free functionalities or deliverables. So your yield is 90% or 0.9. There is one more term, cumulative yield. Now let us first understand that you have four phases in your project, which is prepare, explore, realization, and deploy. Now there will be a yield attached to every phase of this project, and the cumulative yield is nothing but product of all these yields of each phase. Now let us understand this. As per this chart, if you see, I have assumed that each phase has a yield of 90%. So at the end of preparation phase, if you have delivered only 90% of your deliverables, then your yield is 0.9 or 90%. At the end of explore phase, again you deliver 90% of the deliverables to your customer, your yield becomes 0.81. At the end of realization phase, if you deliver again 90%, then your yield becomes somewhere around 73%. And at the end of deploy phase, again, while deploying it to the production system, you deploy only 90% of what you're supposed to deploy, then your yield is somewhere around 65%. So if you see, there is a ripple effect. Whatever you technical debt you generate in each phase keeps on accumulating or accumulating and reduces your overall cumulative yield, and that is what SAP targets, to reduce this technical debt by implementing some best practices. So what are those two best practices which they have implemented? We will have a look into it. The first one is in ASAP, if you see, the best run projects always implemented quality gates. Now, what is a quality gate? Basically, it is a checklist at the end of each phase, which will tell you, okay, these are like, the 10 deliverables, major deliverables, which you are supposed to deliver. And it will, the project manager and the project team will verify whether you have delivered it or not. If you miss any one of those, you are at the risk of creating a technical debt and reducing your yield. Now, in case of Activate, SAP has come up with 4 well-defined quality gates for each of these phases, which is prepare, explore, realization, and deploy. If the project team verifies each and every item in that quality gate checklist, there is a high chance that your yield will be somewhere around or near 100%, and you will reduce your technical debt in each phase and thus improve your cumulative yield as well, and you will deliver the correct expected deliverable to the customer. Now next, which is there, is If you see in case of ASAP, the best run projects implemented KEDB or process execution templates. Now, again, this KEDB is a term which is used in ITIL nomenclature, and it is synonym for process execution template. Basically, it is a guide for repetitive processes which take place in your project, and it is these repetitive processes are well documented, and the team is expected to refer to these templates while performing that process. This helps you reduce the chance of any defect. Now, what SAP Activate has done is it has come up with guided procedures. Basically, it is a SAP standard list of these KEDBs or repetitive processes, which either can be automated, or they have given the step-by-step explanation of how these guided procedures can be implemented. If you are using Solman, you can also monitor the usage of these guided procedures on daily basis. So thus, by implementing these KEDBs or using these guided procedures, you reduce the chances of defects and hence deliver the quality or premium product to the customer. Now, the next video in this series will be comparing ASAP preparation phase versus Activate Discover phase. So keep on watching my series. Thank you. Bye.